Hi, everyone. This is Chris Beerwith again. It's really great to be back with you. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a different kind of perspective on the nature of reality. So my book that's coming out is called Change Your Mind to Change Your Reality: How Shifting Your Thinking Can Unlock Your Health, Your Relationships, and Your Peace of Mind. And the whole book is about changing your perspective, changing your mind, shifting your thinking on a whole variety of different topics. Because when you do that, new worlds open up before you and new possibilities that you didn't even conceive of, didn't even know were possible. They weren't even in the realm of possibilities, become possible. So I want to talk a little bit about the nature of reality as like a foundation for all of that. So when you look up the word belief in the thesaurus, one of the antonyms for it is the word truth. So just take a moment to kind of understand and digest that. The opposite of belief is truth. So that's pretty crazy, right? If you think about the world and how many beliefs there are out there, right? All of these different people have all of these different beliefs. So our beliefs affect the way we live our life and the way we see the world around us, right? At their worst, they create judgments of the way others live their life. They see us as separate from the rest, or others as just this other thing, right? They create bitter anger and resentment. At their worst, they create wars. So we kind of have this notion that our beliefs and the thoughts that go along with them are steadfast, right? That most of us stand unwavering in our beliefs. We think that our way is correct and others' way is wrong. And we build this story of who we are around our beliefs. They seem to fundamentally create our identity, right? When we believe something so strongly, our identity just gets wrapped up in that thing. The question to really ask yourself, though, is, are your beliefs allowing your life to expand or to contract? Are your beliefs lifting you up, or are they bringing you down? And because our beliefs create our reality, they give us a really limited view of what life can be. No matter what your belief is, it gives you like a limited amount of options, right? This is your perception of reality. And it can hold you back, right? When you can only see things through that limited view. So the idea of changing our mind to change our beliefs sounds really simple in practice, but the idea of it is really threatening to people, right? It threatens to shake their foundations to the core, right? It threatens to take away their identity. But that perceived threat is really just a projection of ego. And I know we talked about ego last week. So you and you alone are responsible for your beliefs. You're responsible for your thoughts, and you have the power to change them at any time you wish. You can reinvent yourself as many times as you'd like. And when you do open your perception up to new ideas and thoughts and challenge what you once believed to be true, entire worlds of possibility open up before you. It's like you get the key to this like magical kingdom, and all you have to do is turn the lock, and then just like this incredible world opens up that you didn't even know existed. And at the end of the day, you get to decide what's real, right? Everything is only as real as you believe it is. You are not a slave to your circumstances. And like I said, you can redefine, reinvent yourself at any given moment. So I'm going to ask you to open up to the possibility that the way that you see things isn't the only way. I'm going to ask you to suspend your disbelief and come on a ride with me. Take what I'm saying at face value, even if you have to pretend. And you could simply pretend that I'm just going to tell you this wonderful fairy tale, but just open a tiny piece of your mind up to the consideration that maybe all of this is true. So one of the biggest things that you can change your mind about is who you really are and why you're really here. And again, this is a really hard thing for a lot of people to change their minds about because it threatens their core belief. And we all have different backgrounds, right? When it comes to spirituality and religion, no matter what yours is, if you're able to change your mind about who you really are, then it will send ripple effects through every area of your life. And I just want to be clear, I'm not asking you to dismiss your own religion or your own belief or disbelief in God. That is such a sacred thing, and that's just for you. I would never ask you to change that at all. This program doesn't associate with any specific religion. And I don't want you to change your opinion on religion either. Whatever you believe in can still like really nicely fit into what I'm going to share. So you've probably heard the phrase, you are not a human being having a spiritual experience, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. And you've probably heard that saying because it's amazing and everyone uses it, right? Because it's incredible, it's so true. So there are many who believe that Earth is a school, and it's one of many schools. And you are not a human at all, but you're a soul pretending to be a human for a short period of time. So what is this Earth School all about? Well, the main lesson that we're meant to learn here on this Earth is how to manipulate energy, how to use the law of attraction. So we all have this power within us to manifest anything that we'd like to have. And as we move up in the levels of consciousness through our next reincarnations, this power will become even more automatic. We'll think something and it will immediately appear before us. And that's like a pretty terrifying thought, right? Because you don't want to think something negative and have it immediately manifest into your life. So we're learning this here now in this lifetime on this more dense earthly plane, because it takes longer to manifest the thing that you want. It takes longer for it to materialize, right? You don't think it and it doesn't instantly appear before you. You don't think elephant and just see an elephant in your room. Yeah. I was like, oh, that was a funny example. But yeah, we're here during this right now, and it's part of our homework, right? It helps us learn when there's a little bit of space, a little bit of time between our thoughts and that thing materializing in our 3D world. So Greg Braden, who's like one of my personal like heroes when it comes to authors, I'm going to read a little quote by him. So he said, "Herein lies the key to understanding what quantum physics is really saying to us about our power in the universe. Our world, our lives, and our bodies exist as they do because they were chosen, imagined from the world of quantum possibilities. If we want to change any of these things, we must first see them in a new way. To do so is to pick them from a soup of many possibilities. Quantum science suggests the existence of many possible futures for each moment of our lives. Each future lies in a state of rest until it is awakened by choices made in the present." So quantum physics says that every single possible choice, every single possible like direction or thing that you could possibly want to manifest already exists out there in the quantum realm somewhere. You just have to choose that thing and then it'll materialize into your life. So very much in line with the law of attraction. And there's two scientists who work together at the Institute of Theoretical Physics in Copenhagen, Bohr and Heisenberg, very famous. They are quoted saying, "The universe exists as an infinite number of overlapping possibilities." So again, quantum physics is kind of proving in its own way what we learn through spirituality. A lot of this stuff I got from Dolores Cannon's work. She's phenomenal. I talked about her a little bit before in a previous episode as well. So when we incarnate into our human bodies, we forget our true spiritual nature. An illusion comes down over our eyes like a curtain, right? Hiding behind it all that's real. And, it wouldn't be a learning experience if we have remembered what we were supposed to learn, right? So we forget everything that we know. So the reality that you see outside of yourself is part of this illusion. It's like we've been dropped into a video game world, and anything that you want can manifest, and anything that you see around you, you've manifested. And it just so happens that collectively humanity has manifested like what you see out in the world around us right now. So everything we see outside of ourselves in this lifetime is part of this illusion, this school. We've learned the perceived rules of the school, aka our beliefs about what is real from a very young age, right? We learned about morals, traditional education, the government, the importance of working hard. One of my clients and I were just talking about how we hate that idea that you have to work hard in order to be successful and make money. So we learned about money, fear, punishment, war, politics, science, status in class, laws, politics, all of these things. We learn from our parents, our teachers, our lawmakers, our employers, the television, our guardians, the media, everywhere around us, right? And by the time we're adults, we're so indoctrinated into this story of reality that we don't question anything. The truth is that we all come from the same thing, right? We're parts of the same whole. There isn't a higher intelligence out there. And you can call it whatever you want, right? You can call it God, you can call it creator, the infinite source, the universe, life force, energy. And we, as these individual souls, go through these different schools, experience the teachings each school has to offer, learn lessons, and expand our consciousness so that in the next life, we've hopefully leveled up and we can graduate to the next grade of school, the next lesson, right? We're constantly rising our level of consciousness, constantly ascending this ladder back to source. And, that's not to say that if you fail a lesson that it's good or bad or right or wrong. Everyone is on their own timeline. Everyone's got their own journey, their own path. There's old souls here that have been through many lifetimes. There's people who are brand new souls that are just learning. It's like infants, right? Two people can be living in the same world on just completely different levels, right? Completely different realities, seemingly. So there's never any kind of competition. Everyone goes at their own pace. The pace that they go at is perfect. With all of this, death is merely a transition where we get to take off our human masks that we've been wearing and we get to return to our true form. So in this place between lives, we figure out where we go next, right? We meet with our spirit guides and we get to look at our past life and figure out, how we did, right? Like, did we learn the lessons that we were meant to? And if not, then we reincarnate again into a similar type of life until we repeat them. And if we did learn them, we go on to another lesson, maybe another planet or another dimension or another being. It's infinite possibilities. Again, sometimes we incarnate on Earth, sometimes we incarnate elsewhere, but we are always the same essence of ourself, right? Our true self, our spirit, that never changes. And in this place between lifetimes, we go over our last life, right? And then when we are ready for our next life, we help create the life that we're going to have. It's kind of like a video game, right? Where you pick your avatar, you pick your level of difficulty, you pick your country, you pick the parents you're born into, and you pick these major life events that you're going to go through. And all of that is so that it can create the perfect circumstances for you to grow and learn the lessons that you're meant to learn in this lifetime. So essentially, they set the stage, they ready the soil, they plant the seeds, and then it's up to you if you grow. So all of this is to say that things aren't always as they appear. I know this is a lot to take in. So I'm going to end this episode here. Take a moment, mull it over. And, again, like, you get to take from my programs what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is all like hidden sacred knowledge. And what resonates as truth for you is going to resonate as truth. And then you can kind of follow that thread. You can do your own investigating. But again, it's just about opening that piece of your mind to maybe the possibility that this is true. And if you shift your thinking and think from the place this is true, then you're going to have a different reality. You're going to see a different world outside of your eyes than if you had another set of beliefs. So it's about changing your mind to change your reality. Follow me for more, subscribe, comment, like, all the things. Let me know if there's a certain topic you'd like me to cover. My website's coming soon and my book will be out in about a year. So thanks so much. Take care.